I just went live, so I need to share the link. This is actually the first time I ever really... This is the first time I've gone live in a while. The last live stream was bruh. And it's a Sans thumbnail, and that's been a while. I want to mute. Copy link. No, I don't want to copy the link from the... Oh my god, there's already 6 people watching. Jesus Christ. 7. Howdy, all.
I don't have to get down there,
Yeah.
Yay.
Who's in the, everyone who's, currently watching, Liam, say something. Tell me if you can hear Liam.
Hi. I'm Bob. Liam. Why am I...
Okay, so people can't hear you. Okay. Maybe you might,
That's good. I'll go away from watch this, because if I'm watching right now, I'll probably break my iPhone.
I need to share the link on... Okay, Discord, I get it.
There it is.
I'm gonna paste. 54 seconds of pure hell.
You just have random, like, adventures models, or not adventures, what they're called.
Trackmaster push
So long.
I just have the random ones about because I opened Rebecca, Nia, and Percy not too long ago, so I'm gonna move them out of the way. I don't need them. Okay. We've got 3 likes, 7 viewers. All messages are visible. All right. The Bachmann controller needs to be moved out of the way. On with the Bachmann track. Let's see random paper faces and 2 other Emilys. One was the old Emily model. One was the another Emily model that one of them I got the lot. The lot wasn't just a Thomas, thank the Lord. And a bunch of other ends in there. It's not more or less a Railway Series Thomas. Hold on, ignore this real quick. Gotta clean the camera lens. There we go. To more or less show what this model is, although yes, it has a Railway Series face. It's actually a...
I know this that is literally the best pump I've ever seen.
I literally stole the Westinghouse a pump from Nia. So Nia got wrecked for that.
I just tore off her face. I accidentally destroyed her Westinghouse pump.
A lot of people... Oh, if we're going to go ahead and be here and we're talking about models. Here's Caitlin. She's had some updates since the last time you guys have seen her.
And she is nuts.
That's pretty funny, Barrett. That's pretty funny. Caitlin has a lot of detail. Gosh, where is Timothy? There,
Or you
Timothy.
complete your E2 trio.
There is a fourth one. There's a fourth one.
Ah.
His name is Roger, by the way. And this is the new Timothy model. It has open windows and stuff like that, just like others. Timothy, I've basically adopted him as my son, so as in like Roger was basically adopted by Omega Hedgehog X. Oh, old Timothy model. Might as well show that off while I've got it here. Old Timothy model. Yes, blue tech for.
I still think this one looks good though.
I mean, yeah, it looks good, but like, yeah, I had to update it. And then there's Allison. She's pretty angry. Yes, the middle wheel is blue, and I need to really fix that.
You know how she was bringing spare parts in the last episode? You could just write that into the story. Like, her spare part is like the blue middle wheel.
Yeah. I'll probably end up writing that in. Because, like, the thing is that Allison, the only reason, yeah, she needed spare parts was because, you know, Dieselton fucking
knocked her the fuck out.
And she goes flying, and then she magically teleports to Morgan's mine.
Dieselton, stop.
Speaking of Diesel 10, I've got my Diesel 10 model here too.
I love that Pinchy model from Marion. Not Marion, from Rebecca. Sorry.
Yeah, I have the Rebecca. I've also got and the good thing is about the cranky arm has a support on the cab or on the top of the cab roof, which is just the entire diesel roof. And the claw turns 360. And the claw arm turns 360. The claw turns 360 as well.
Now you can hold Mr. Conductor.
Funny you say that.
Well, he's working out as Mr. Conductor.
Liam asked for this.
I did not. I suggested. That's why I love Mr. Conductor.
You got 10 seconds. And then yoink.
He's looking for his Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Let me put out this.
Put Diesel 10 back where he belongs. You need to tighten the claw as well. It's see the claw part is held in by a flower Lego piece, surprisingly. That I hollowed out the inside of and put the part through to keep the claw in. Excuse me. I've also got another model to showcase that I got recently that I never had before until now. People are asking if I will make a Discord server. Well, the thing is that I've thought about making a Discord server for the series. And will I make the hipster Thomas from Busted Buffers? Now that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Yep, Steven. And see, the thing is that I shortened the tender coupling with some wire. So now the tender's closer. I've also got Red Rosie. For those who, for the person who asked if I've got a Hornby Thomas, yes. I've also got the Bachmann model, and I've got a Hornby E2 as well.
The Hornby model is just I love it.
I've done some face edits with the newer Hornby Thomas because I don't have an older
Yeah,
one.
they fit on the Trenino Thomas. Okay.
I've thought about that. I'm not sure if it would fit.
It'd be extremely accurate for a TATMR Thomas.
That is true. Speaking of how I was speaking of Rebecca earlier, I do have her I do have Rebecca in the Playrail model. I've got the Nia Playrail model as well. I've also got the Playrail Ace. Now, if people are common watchers of the series, they will have noticed in episode 5 and in the new intro that we've got Oliver. Painted wheels and everything. I personally like Oliver's model. It's really nice. Yeah, this side's messed up. This side is not, and that's all from when I was painting the running board. Which just yeah. Speaking of duck, I am probably going to end up purchasing another duck before the year is over. I also need to buy a Donald because my Donald's gone missing. Now, actually, it's just an old meme that Mega Hedgehog X did, and he brought it back this year. Just, Barrett. Now that you say that, I really want to make a jar. Like personally, I think it'd be funny.
I've seen that, and people are like, "Oh, I remember that." I don't remember the soul department.
Yeah. Okay. Who do we got? Videos chat. It's not even a video that I uploaded. Okay. I love how that the bot that I have for my server is saying that Jordan needs to join. Jordan needs to stop being a loser. Okay, so what you guys came here for? Let's get started on that. Cause I promised you guys TATMR Knapford, and that's what you're gonna get. I need to move things out of the way. James is shocked face. Emily's shocked face. James is whatever. I'm not sure how to describe the faces, but all the ones that aren't Thomas, besides the all the faces that aren't Thomas's faces get all put together, while Thomas's faces don't. And then Henry's Soda Workshops model, those faces are put to the side. Thomas's faces get their own bin. Ow. Shit, that kind of hurt. That hurt you. Okay. Oh. Put that Dr. Pepper in the trash. I just so happen to have like a few in my room because I've got a mini fridge. Technically, it used to be my sister's, and then she moved out of the little tiny house that was outside, and then my parents were just like, "You can have it." I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
I mean, I already so cold. I could probably just leave them outside. They'd be nice and chill in the morning.
Oh yeah. It's been really cold here, surprisingly, and just a couple days ago it was like 80-something degrees. I can't wait for spring to officially be here. And then oh yeah, once it starts getting warm and like really warm and stuff outside, then we should be fine. Move the remote in the really nice.
Late April,
think the TATMR Knapford station that I'm going to go for is the one that I got pictures for last night from Harry, so I'm glad I asked for those. 'Cause now they're being put to good use. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, so maybe I'll have to move the trash can out of the way. Perfect. Knapford station has been brought out. Time to set it on the table. I'm gonna remember where the other roof part is. That'd be helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, maybe I'll sit the stuff that was not down in the bottom. Oh, lovely. My animals be barking. I'll hide them. Oh, quite annoying though. That I use for the side of Knapford. I'm glad that it's right there. Oh, there's Capsule Player Fat Hat. The cons of filming outside. Filming outside, it was... When I filmed outside, it was fun, I guess.
Yeah, I do it on the odd occasion.
Yeah, only when I'm able to, I'll film outside. But if I film outside, it's going to be live action stuff. It's not just going to be Thomas stuff, because that's where all the live action... Oh, shit. Yeah, I just remembered. I have a lot of live action stuff that needs to start being filmed for the series coming up soon.
It's usually when I don't have enough space for that. I just we're going to scrap your set and there's TATMR video.
Yeah. Okay, now I've got James. I've got to space these out correctly. Gordon with his double lamps. Front coupling. Oh, there's tender. We got howdy.
It is Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Like whatever that human fucking thing is.
It's series Thomas. The Thomas I put the most effort into. Boom. Barrett the J50 says, you haven't experienced fear until the power goes out when you're in the shower. Barrett, I feel you. I've had that happen.
Unfortunately, I haven't. So.
You're lucky. Scary. Just casually in the middle of taking your shower, and then it just happens, and you're like, oh god, what happened?
Yeah, when the power goes out for me, it's really a good day.
Fair enough. So funny thing about my Henrietta does not go with the rest of the coaches. Neither does Annie and Clarabelle. But Henrietta actually goes in the area with the main 7 engines. Emily actually is in her own area.
Emily's on her own with the rest of the track.
Yeah. Well, Emily goes with like engines like Rebecca, Nia, Stepney, all those characters. Goes with the secondary steam team characters, basically. So like, there's Emily Coach. Speaking of Stanley, I forgot what happened to my Stanley. There's Emily, the updated version of Emily. She even has her.
I haven't been able to find a cheap Stanley yet, and so I really want one of these models because they all look nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Emily, she has some of her season 23 details. She doesn't have a. Oh yeah, well that too. I added that in and just like my theory was on adding that. It was just like, oh, maybe this might look good. I mean, it looks good. I need to put Emily somewhere safe because I'm not. Actually, I'll just put her back in the back in her little area on the shelving. There we go. In her little compartment next to Rebecca and Nia. Mavis be in the back there. Then we've got Oliver and Douglas. Sonic and Tails fan productions. If you're asking about the VHS tapes, how many I use for Tidmouth Sheds? Well, that's a good question. I'm taking up Tidmouth Sheds right now, actually. So I need to. There's actually a bunch of specialty cut cardboard pieces for Tidmouth Sheds, and then just a mixture of cardboard pieces to make up the roof. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 VHS tapes were used for the building of Tidmouth Sheds.
Jesus.
At one point, Tidmouth Sheds was built from Jenga blocks. Big and large Jenga blocks. The large size Jenga blocks. I personally think the Jenga blocks and then the VHS tapes together look personally nice. But the Jenga blocks are now used for like walls and stuff, like retaining walls. That's what they're used for. Putting away the VHS tapes is a very tedious task because they all go in their own, like they don't. They're all in just one shelving unit, so it's just like they've got to go perfectly in there, or they can't go in there at all. Okay, do I have any questions? Somebody said I'm glad to hear that I have a Playro Percy model. Yes, the Playro Percy model, I have 2 of them actually. One of them is not specifically a Playro Percy. One is a hybrid between a Mattel Search and Rescue Percy and a Mattel Search and Rescue Percy and a whatever it is. Crap. Actually, I'm not entirely sure that I will use Trackmaster Knapford today. I've had an idea, so maybe I may not need to use after all. Set those to the side. There's this YouTuber out there. He doesn't really post content anymore, but he built his own custom. Sorry if it sounds far away, guys. I'm currently on the other side of the room right now. Used for the newly painted gray platforms. Jack Animations ask, thank you for answering that, Liam. Yes, like Tank Engine Studios, or well, Liam has said, I do have the Trackmaster Timless sheds. I just like the way that I build it more because it's bigger and I can sometimes get inside of the sheds whenever I want to. Which I've also thought of making my own Timless sheds out of cardboard because there's some cardboard creations that I'm really proud of, and one of them being the watermill bridge. Yeah. Okay, so time to move Knapford out of the way. Okay, so what is it that I specifically need to do with this to get it rolling properly? Okay. So roughly, okay, that works. Start moving stuff out of the way because I know I'm going to need to. I find it funny. Oh, maybe I should have a pop-out chat on the computer. Maybe that might actually help. Pop-out chat. Thoughts on Sonic the Steam Engine models and the parody trailer. Where I'm friends with Mega himself. The thing is that we all kind of had some input when the entire Thomas Forces group had some input in what we wanted to see as, and now there's two models of Sonic. There's an E2 version, which is supposed to represent the original movie Sonic, like the pre-redesigned Sonic, and then the Saddle Tank Sonic is supposed to represent the redesign. Personally, I think the old design Sonic with the E2 Sonic with the new Sonic face looks better, which not a lot of people like that, and that's understandable. I can get where they come from on that.
Realistic teeth.
Yeah, realistic teeth. That's kind of creepy. That kind of scared me when I got to see. I'm not really gonna mention any of my special privileges when it came to those, but I really enjoyed them. And where I have watched the Sonic movie 4 times now, yeah, it kind of feels nice. I think I mentioned their. Oh, also with the on-screen, which you guys saw earlier, the Emily coach. The Emily coach is currently, there's a second one coming in, and it's going to be here tomorrow. So I'm really happy about that. But the other one's purchased, and it'll be here tomorrow. So I have to wait till tomorrow to get it, but it'll be on its way. Okay, so need to take the 2 tracks here, and if I move Knapford back, because the back end of Knapford doesn't really have to have much detail, so I can just move Knapford back. Then leave the front area. I don't think, okay, so junction malfunction, or well, as I know, Noah. Yes, there will be trees in the back, but I'm not. What people are probably wondering is if I'm going to be putting in Cranky. No, because there's one specific reason I'm not putting in Cranky, and that's because my Cranky is freaking huge.
What version of Cranky do you have,
I have the RC cranky.
Oh shit.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the RC cranky. It's great. Oh, splatter. Move that out of the way. I also need to... Actually, while I'm working on this... I might as well just put Magic Ferrero Thomas on the set. Let's grab Annie and Clairville. Because, why not? Oh. Thomas's chain went flying off when I coupled Annie and Clairville. Funny thing is that it's the back chain. It's the chain that goes on the back coupling that he has. Kiloban, no, it's that set. I don't want to have to. I don't have a spare. I know I can just use a regular Maithwaite station, but I don't have a spare. Like I don't have a spare. Because the only two. Well, I have two Maithwaite stations, a regular and a snowy one. But since I'm a fan of the snowy Maithwaite station and I like season 8, I'm gonna keep both the Maithwaite stations the way they are. Okay, so what needs to go? The retaining wall needs to go along here. So I need to grab the red retaining walls. Put them in a line here. And I might move this closer to the edge because I've still got 2 more platforms to do. Do I need to get the double switches out? Yes, I do. Luckily, I got them. Yeah. Double switches. Forgot, they're in the bottom of the thing. Huh, I forgot I had a 4-track switch. Well, 4-track single track. I might want to, yeah, I'll put the pop-out chat up. How's the next episode coming along? So episode 9 is still in the writing process, and we really want to get it around. No, I am using Classic Series Annie and Clairville. Yes. Yes, Mega. It's a funny thing that you're here. We were just talking about, we were just talking about Sonic, the steam engine. So, yes, we are. Pop out chat. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Oh, you can see my express brake coach in the background. Add more James. I'll definitely add more James. Okay, imagine having a normal mat. Yes, that's true. I wish I did. Sonic. Yes, we were talking about Sonic. Yeah, I keep realizing that you can see my express brake coach in the background. That was an interesting custom to make. Okay. The bad part about having one singular truck that's filled with coal and one singular truck or 3 trucks that are filled with filled with rocks. It's a pain because you have to deal with them and it's a pain to clean up. So, yes. There we go. Got those. Which, luckily, these are important.
Then we got more questions in chat.
What is it, Liam?
We got more questions in chat.
Oh, shit. I am not, chat's not updating when I wish it would. Bloom Wiki load. Sonic the Train, Bloomin'. Favorite Sonic character? Damn, you're asking a lot of questions here. I guess I would have to say Sonic. Am I going to focus on the Skarloey Railway after the movie? The Skarloey Railway is not really something that was featured in Magic Railroad, while by movie thing you mean Sodor Threat, correct? I'd like to assume so. Yes, but although the narrow gauge engines weren't featured in Magic Railroad, I'm not going to focus heavily on them, but Croven's Gate will be seen in the series, so you will see. Yeah, but you'll see them eventually. Season 4, I'm going to go ahead and give a spoiler for that. Season 4 will have a specific James episode that I'm really looking forward to, because Mega Hedgehog X, his James voice is amazing, and as you can see in several episodes, there's been a bunch of James improv, which makes the episodes so much livelier, because James is just a lively character. Which makes it great.
Yeah, maybe James was right.
Oh yeah, that's the reason why I went after him to begin with. But as people are probably wondering why how I know Mega Hedgehog X. Well, if you guys remember from the beginning of the stream, yes, you remember from the beginning of the stream, this girl right here. She's the specific reason that I was found by Mega Hedgehog X. Since Caitlyn exists, he found her and was like, I'm gonna... Yes. James is Destroyer of Gods. And no, Snowy Edward and Friends, Eddie, season 20, not season 24, it's season 4 of the Sodor Chronicles, which just went through 3 name changes, and at this point, I don't even just care about. I don't even put the full name of the series. I just put TSC because it's easier. Trainboy 53 Productions says. What is it, Liam?
I think you could have a 30-centric episode.
There's a possibility that could happen, because I want to go back and I want to do some flashback episodes of during Magic Railroad. So that'd be fun to do. Oh, typical Thomas. I didn't know typical Thomas was. It's the first time I'm seeing you here. Trainboy 53 Production says, "Hey Bailey, how are you doing?" I am doing fine, thank you. My day's been going pretty great, because I got the first Emily coach today. I am James, Destroyer of Gods. Actually, I think I still have that line somewhere. I'll play that line later, but we can thank Mega Hedgehog X for that. He's the wonderful human. Oh, we've got Harry and we've got Brad. Howdy, Brad.
How are you doing, bud? No, we just have everyone in the chat in the call. I just looked up. Oh.
We are currently, I'm currently live, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm watching.
Alright. So, as far as we've got so far, I've got the pop-out chat. I'm currently turning up the volume for everybody right now, so that should help.
How do I turn up volume on an iPad? I don't understand. I'm an old man at this point.
Okay, to turn on the volume, you go to your user settings, and then I believe it's like voice and audio. I don't know. Oh well.
What the fuck was user settings?
It's just the settings for the app.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't use Discord a lot. Voice. Here we go. Is that better?
Put in chat if like you can hear everybody who's here besides Train. I ain't gonna make him speak. Who's here? Let's make sure that people can hear you guys. All right. Play us the voices. Just dead silence. Will Annie and Clarabelle get some screen time? Yes, Annie and Clarabelle have had some screen time. It was very short. Okay, so typical Thomas. To answer your question, or the reason why Henry has the faces is because Henry's faces for those look a lot better than the regular faces that I've got for him. And then I just realized that Magic Rare Thomas is sporting the shocked face. Nobody really knew that I had that. Unless you've been on the channel and you've seen it within the last 2 years or so. But the only reason why the others don't is because these faces are not coming from me. They're, the Trains 19 models, those are coming from Barrett the J50. But right now, I would love to print out some more like Magic Rare series, like Magic Rare Thomas faces. I'd love to print those out. But the thing is that my printer is down at the moment. No, Ben, I cannot build you with using Tomica. I wish I could, but I cannot.
It's a bro moment right now.
Yeah.
Brad, why did you put this in chat?
God damn it, Brad. Anyways, speaking of Henry, people are asking if I updated Henry. Henry right now is actually sporting a new series face, surprisingly. Oh shit, the phone's on 1%. I've got to put the charger on. Oh fuck. So the stream's about to die, unless I do something about it. There we go. That should have fixed it. Okay. Okay, I hit the chandelier. That's just lovely. I really need to like darken my room at some point. That'd be lovely. Usually, Liam, why do you do this?
What? What have we done?
The whip and nay, we do not allow that here.
Yes, we do.
Okay, fine.
Score one for Liam.
Brad says nice hand. Thank you, Brad. Trackmaster 2 or Trackmaster Revolution, as most people call it anyways. It's nice.
Yeah.
They've got their certain good track pieces, and some of the models are really nice. I will admit, the Shooting Star Gordon and the Flying Scotsman models are alright. Ryan's model is much better than the Playroom model, I will admit. But the Playroom... Oh, that's... Yeah.
Sorry.
What, and I... Can we... Okay, so... put more questions in the chat. I'm going to... While I'm working on this, I'm going to keep answering more questions, but, as Noah said, you know, Japanese eBay users are going to be selling Thomas items at an expensive price. Yes, but luckily, when you're like me and you're able to find good stuff that's not from Japan, but it's the same exact stuff the Japan sellers are selling, then you're good.
Mm.
made a playlist of season 3. There is an official playlist of season 3 if you go on the channel. There's an official playlist of season 3 and season 2 and 3. Season 3 has a bunch of extra content as well. Will Percy get an episode? Percy is shown as one of the main characters as in Caitlin's debut episode. So is Toby, voiced by Tank Ninja Studios, by the way. Percy was also voiced by Mega Hedgehog X. And so Top Hat was voiced by myself. Caitlin's voice actor is Sleepy Henry, but right now with Sleepy Henry, I haven't been able to get a hold of her, so sadly, I can't. There's not much I can do. So what I did was I contacted my Allison voice actor and got her to do Caitlin's voice. It sounds exactly like the original, but better. So there may be a chance that Sleepy Henry may not come back.
That's a rip moment.
Now, don't get me wrong, Sleepy Henry, wonderful, wonderful person. I love her to death. But I gotta find, change happens, and I've gotta find someone who's always more reliable.
As that one random sick woman said, times are changing, I'm afraid.
Yes. For those who, for the one person who asked if I updated my Henry, yes, I very much did, actually. Henry was updated, and he was given season 23 details. And he was updated with better side rods. I don't know what the delay is on here.
Rod, that's your boy.
Yeah, Henry's here. So Henry, yeah, he's got details, and he can become uncoupled from the tender. So just like if I was to do a good as what was it? As good as Gordon? No, was it as good as Gordon?
Oh, that's the Emily episode. No, it's not. That's the Emily episode. Oh. I don't know.
The which episode was the one that featured him and Henry? That the
I know what you're talking about, but I'll search it up. What series is that? Series 10 or something?
I believe it's season. It's either season 9 or season 10. I can't remember.
Yeah, but anything of the hit seasons since season 8. Like that's when
My favorite episodes from season 8, surprisingly, are Don't Tell Thomas, Thomas Saves the Day, and Fish. Reason why? That's the exact same airing that aired almost every single day for like a week. And so I just so happened to like the episodes. Plus, they were also on the Thomas's Sodor Celebration VHS when I had the VHS for that.
I actually have the DVD. Like I was watching it earlier.
I've got the DVD now, but I used to have the VHS. So as people are seeing now, you've got that big curve from Timothy's Sheds. I've actually got to change that.
My favorite episode from season 8, I think it's like Tree or Thomas Saves the Day.
Thomas Saves the Day is a good episode, and people just don't realize it.
So, not many season 8 episodes are good, but if I said I had to pick a favorite, it would probably, well, let me just go back to season 8.
Yeah, season 8.
Percy's New Whistle was alright.
Percy's New Whistle, I believe. Percy's New Whistle was the last episode of season 8, wasn't it?
The second episode there.
Oh, was it the first episode or was it the last episode?
Probably I did not. I did not like Henry in the Wishing Tree because it was not Henry's character. Even though that one coach thing when he like bumps into the coach and says that inside footage, that's really nice. I watched Henry in the Wishing Tree a lot as a kid, so like it's the only season 8 episode I remember a lot. Emily's New Route as well.
Emily's New Route was an interesting episode.
Emily's New Route, Henry in the Wishing Tree, and Edward Gray. As well. What about You Can Do It Together?
That was an episode that I've watched a couple times, but it was not. I mean, I mean, like, I know season 8 was the transition to the, do I've got new questions in chat? I'll check here in a moment. No, I don't really have. Okay, favorite, Thomas and Friends character, fan content or, canon?
You better pick John, my OC.
If it's, if you're speaking about, continuity, like, fan canon or, head canon, so, that's a good question, actually. I don't really have one.
Never heard Diesel timeline.
I mean, because, see, well, if we're counting that way, I gotta say it would either have to be some of my own characters.
I got the episode name now. What is it? Oh yeah, everyone's saying it in the chat. What idiots.
Oh, it's
I wasn't attention to chat for a second.
It's Good to Be Gordon. That's the name of the episode from season 10. Okay, I'm glad somebody knows at least what the episode name was, because that was one of my favorite episodes. Fabian underscore 268 says hello. This is the first genuine live stream I've done in a long time.
I've been done a live stream in over a year.
And it's been 9 months since my last one.
I have an idea for a live stream, but I need like a couple of people to help out with it. I'm your man.
Yeah.
I have to find a good time that everyone can do it though.
Fair enough.
Oh yes. Well, you're awake and I'm awake as well.
Okay. Person, Tramboy 53 Production says Henry looks amazing. Thank you. You've got the fucking picture of Thomas from fucking Skyrim. That shit's fucking hilarious.
I saw a video today that was talking about the community. Like this guy from outside the community was just describing us, and I was like, oh my god, it's not an actual negative review of us. What is this?
I gotta say, my favorite season 5 screenshot would have to be the one screenshot from Something in the Air. That's my favorite season 5 episode. My favorite season.
The boulder shed exploding.
It was a pretty good scene, actually. Oh god, not that image. I've seen that before. That's terrifying.
Jesus Christ. Extend.
Brad, why do you have to be this way?
Because Brad is Brad.
That's true. I'll be looking at chat here again in a moment, guys. Give me a moment. So currently, I would like to say though, when it comes to season 6, season 6 was being one of my favorite seasons. The reason why I like season 6 is because, for one, it has one of my favorite episodes, Edward the Really Useful Engine. People question why I like that episode. I really don't care. I love the episode. The episode's just good in my opinion. Like, what's wrong with a good Edward episode? I mean, can't really go wrong with an Edward episode.
Season 7 and 8 aired for me at the same time when I was young, so I like them both equally. Season
7 being from 2003, season 6 from being from 2002. I'd seen season 6, 7, and 8. So season 6 onwards, because being born in 2002, that's just what I've seen. I caught the tail end of season 6.
I caught the beginning of season 7 from what I can remember. But season 7 and season 8 always blended in.
Season 7 and season 8, because season 7 was directed towards, in the U.S., was more directed towards the new series projection, instead of still being part of the classic series, which... technically, in the UK, it was still part of the classic series, but in the US, it was considered new series. New series in the US is considered 7 to 11. And then 12, it's the new series to CGI crossover. And then CGI 13 is. 13 is CGI. And that's where the CGI starts.
Yeah. Well, Thomas has nearly been going on for 40 years.
Yeah, I just realized that. Okay, time to look at chat. Do I intend on updating Douglas? Yes, I do eventually whenever I get a new Donald and another Douglas. How is Educating Gordon Day? Well, see, the Educating Gordon Day, people question why I don't do Gordon remakes on Educating Gordon Day. Well, it's mainly because I don't feel like doing it. Like, I just don't feel like doing this type of remakes. Although it would be fun to, I just don't feel like it. Back to look at chats. So, yeah. Season 6. A lot of people really like Season 6. And I was able to get in contact with a bunch of people from Edge Train's Discord group, Thomas time, because we were all on a call and we were just having fun. And I learned a lot of people really were fans of Season 6 as well. So I was just like, I'm not the only one.
You have big user immunity?
Yeah, more or less. It's not huge, though.
Big user. I mean, Liam, you're the one with 5,000 subscribers.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm catching up. Slowly.
I thought Bailey had more subscribers than Thomas.
At one point, Liam, I did.
Yeah, I have no idea how I got, like, where I am today, but...
Neither do I. I've reached 1,000 subscribers in September of 2018. And then, I've gained at least close to 2,000 subscribers almost every year.
Brad's just killing.
Brad's just chilling.
I'm just chilling at 1.7. We need to get you up. Like, everyone in chat was Henry number 3, right? Not moved in like 3 months. We need to, I swear to God, we just need to get your subscriber boost. No, I need to release Henry, and then I'll get something. Because people like original content, and when I release my first original content, everyone likes it. So. I mean, everyone's on a Percy and the Break Van hype. You could release something about that.
He's got a fair point.
Yeah, Percy and the Break. It was a fun remake to do. It was just
I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, Liam, your remake was really good, but like, I don't see the appeal in Percy and the Breakman, in my opinion.
I found it a really cute story.
Fair enough.
I might do some more of those Soda Island Fun Site adaptation stories in the future. To be honest, I thought my Soda's Legend of Lost Treasure remake would boost it up a bit more, but it's done alright. Not as well as I expected. Yeah, I keep like I did a thing on Twitter when I was like, okay, like what would you guys rather want to see? And everyone was like, oh, let's see Percy Takes the Plunge. So I did that, and like literally only about 15% or less, even less, was about 7% of my subscribers have watched it.
Most of my video view counts don't come from It's like
if I probably have a look at my thing, I've probably got a lot of my viewers aren't subscribed even.
Yeah, a lot of my viewers are not subscribed, and I'm like, come on, seriously?
A lot of my viewers don't subscribe ever.
I thought about becoming part of that trend where people, when they realize how most of their viewers aren't subscribed, I've thought about joining that trend. I'm just like, I don't want to.
Oh my god. 90% of mine aren't.
Mine's roughly about 80 something, but that's, What do I expect?
Studios is a bit bit inaccurate. So like it might be like a smaller majority, but yeah. Audience.
Have a look at my set in like the recent month. It's pretty shit.
You can search. How do I check if people are subscribed to me or not?
YouTube Studio and Analytics.
What's up? Not subscribed to anyone this time.
You got 5,000 anyway. So.
Yeah. The reason I got popular is because I kept poking at those goddamn Thomas and the Magic Railroad chase scene remakes.
You know, I need to release one of those.
Yeah, if you release one of those, they'll get a fucking views.
Realistically, if I release content I started releasing content at the middle of 2017, I reckon if I started making content in like 2015, I would have been in a better position now.
Yeah, most likely.
And if I done, let's say, a case remake about, let's say, the end of 2018, I would be, in a much better spot right now.
Yeah. Donald in the breakaway. Points of no return. Edward cracks in that sounds inappropriate. Little trouble from Happy Londons. Terrence takes a bath. What the hell? I don't want to think about Terrence taking a bath.
Okay, I am back.
Everything just decided that.
Alright, for all the people who are watching, keep asking questions. It's just, it helps. Trackmaster before painted running board or play rail? Play rail, because it's what I have more play rail Thomases than, well, actually, that's a lie now. I've got more Trackmaster Thomases now than I do play rail Thomases, so I'm not really sure.
Is a Dr. Robotnik probably trying to make him canon again?
Probably not.
Probably anyone says it's a different characters.
Okay, so I just realized that I missed a call from my girlfriend. So, I had to message her. I had to message her and tell her what I was doing. And now she's not very happy that I'm live and not talking to her. There's not much I can do about that. Okay, where's this? Where's that one? Where's the one track piece? I swear I just had it. The track piece, the double straight track piece. I know where it's at. Because I need that for the end of, at the end of the tracks in Knapford.
Training is back.
Alright. Time to insert that track.
My favorite railway series story is Edward cracks a nut.
Edward cracks a nut.
What? Edward cracks a nut, yeah.
In my opinion, I think the the large play rail curves, like the outer rail tracks that you.
Bailey,
Yeah.
Rob's trying to get your attention.
Yes, Brad.
Wait. Would you say you have any rare, or like not rare, but like interesting pieces of like playoff track? Like anything that's like, you know those like really weird playoff tracks that they make with like the real weird switches and all that.
Speaking of that, I actually think I've got something that you might be interested in. I've got this.
He's talking like a madman.
I've got this.
Oh yeah.
But I've also got something else that's truly, really special. I've got to find it. It's in the bottom of the thing. Now, this piece of track is from a certain play rail set that you could only Atomica World set that you could really only find in some places. But this is the rarest piece of track I've got.
Oh, so no.
I love the dark blue Toby track. Actually, that's the worst track I have.
I guess the weirdest or
Oh.
I have is the double switch. You know, like the standard one track goes forward, one track goes curved. I've got the double version of that. I think that's probably.
I've got like 3 of those.
But oh no, not those.
I thought the one you showed me the other night is the brother.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
a
like
double curve and a double straight track, but with 2 points. Kinda.
I'll show you it. I might be able to find like a photo of it from like the.
Hold on. You mean? Do you mean this?
Track monster track.
Do you mean
I
this?
have like a couple of that. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
I've got 2 of the forward ones. Oh well, the female and the male, and then I've got one of them. Well, I've got one of the.
Those really suck.
Not gonna lie, when it comes to using a play rail Edward, yes, they do, because Edward will jump the centerpiece. When it crosses over, Edward will jump that and start going forward instead of going left.
I feel like I've experienced that before.
I've experienced it several times.
Every Toby user has like similar pain.
Oh yeah. Of course we do. We're all in this together, boys.
How rare is that?
Those tracks suck though because of the connections on the curve part. You can't just make it go straight. You have to use that curve thing. And it really sucks.
Yeah. It really
Let
does.
know if that Misty Island monster track is rare, because I have like a couple of people.
It's not really rare because you can go and still purchase those tracks on the Mattel replacement parts store.
If you guys look at my screen share, I'll show you what it's like to like have it just go straight.
Hold on.
Edward's about to jump the track.
So basically, it doesn't line up. So I used blue tack to try and get him to like go on it, and this shot will work. Right, I've got like 5 bloopers of the shot where he just goes off the track.
You could do blooper reels, like every other YouTuber.
I do blooper reels at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's okay. So
They don't bang like every other YouTubers. They do. My last blooper reel did 300 views.
Robotnik better than Eggman. Liam, they're the same person.
It's different names,
And
but Robotnik is better.
My 2018 one also did 300 views. So
Okay,
with
Jo-
that clickbait title too.
Did you put in all those clickbait fucking descriptions in the description?
What?
You know
So
how, like,
a junction malfunction says, or asked, hey Bailey, here's a question. How much longer is it going to take you to build a Knapford?
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me, we're having fun here.
what was I saying? Oh, so like if you look in some Thomas YouTuber descriptions, there's like a bunch of like buzzwords,
Yeah.
and that basically gets them into the algorithm.
Liam, you're still watching the screen, correct?
Yes.
Or yeah, the stream. Whenever somebody asks a question, read it aloud, please.
Oh, yes, of course.
But yeah, also to answer typical Thomas's question real quick. Favorite era of Trackmaster? Either the beginning.
I love your black games, bro.
Trackmaster 1 in like 2011, they actually made some decent toys.
Yeah, 2011, 2012.
Liam, you have the 2011 Gordon, don't you?
Yeah, I have two of them.
I actually really like that Gordon. And the
I
James
don't like
as well.
his face for some reason.
I have the Edward and I have several of the Thomases.
A lot of my engines are bastardizations of like mixes between the 2009 and 20 models.
Liam?
Yeah.
I need you to quickly look at my screen share. I'm going to show you something you'll like.
Okay. Also, I see another question. Am I going to be all realistic and use Thomas and Kate's real ages in the series? Caitlin actually is very young. Caitlin more or less was just built. Caitlin at this point is actually at was completed in the year 2024, or no?
I don't know if I told you this, man, but I'm gonna have a lot of lines for Kyle for you soon.
Yes. Wait, what did I pull a voice last time I voiced him, or did I just use my natural speaking voice?
You used your natural speaking voice.
Yes, okay, that's good.
Okay.
Should I tell you what?
Actually, no. 97 years prior. Okay, so it's not exact.
Or is it like, are you making him like his own?
You know how people like Carson and Tramers and Studios did like the little series for their OCs?
Yes.
Yeah, I've already started writing a full-part series.
I need to get one for John.
Okay, so.
And for Yakin. I'm excited for this, Brad, also.
Okay, so to go back to the ages, Caitlin's age, with Caitlin just being built recently, I misspoke.
Caitlin is still only.
I guess you can consider that. Caitlin was recently built. Her plans were drawn up in the year 2018, and it's the current year of 2020 in the series. So Caitlin was built 6 months ago, so Caitlin right now is at 6 months. Thomas right now, though, is at around 96, 97 years old.
Oh, grumpy bastard.
Well, actually, no. Thomas is older, actually, because Thomas was built in 1915. So, therefore, at this current point, he is 105 years old. Yeah. Thomas is a big old grumpy bastard.
I have to go. I'll probably be back in like 20 minutes or something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take a shower real quick. So.
All right. Well, Gordon wouldn't be 96 at this point because we have not reached, because Gordon was built in 23, I'm gonna believe. Gordon was built in 23, so that would make Gordon right. That'd make him 97. I said Thomas was 105. Okay, listen. This entire series is not exactly. Okay, listen, Junction Malfunction, or Noah, as a lot of people know you by. I'm going ahead and telling you now. None of the stuff that you've told me goes into place in this series. Remember, my series is basically a continuation of Magic Railroad. So, I follow the Magic Railroad continuity. and slightly the Adventure Begins continuity, because the Adventure Begins continuity is no longer part of the series, because they went straight up and was just like, oh, the Railway series is canon now. The Adventure Begins is not. Which I laughed at that, actually. I guess, and I understand that it's taking me a long time to build Knapford. At this current point, I could care less. I'm taking my time. I'm also having fun. I need to use a piece of cardboard right there. I will. Gosh dang it. I'm probably definitely going to be changing the table size within the next year or so. Mainly to help. Oh, well that's just lovely. That was a lovely sound. So we need to actually, let's okay. Okay. Emily technically is. Emily is in the show. She is featured in episode, I believe it's episode 8. She's no, she's featured in episode. Actually, yeah, she's featured in episode 7 and episode 8, very frequently. A 75th anniversary video. I've already done this 75th anniversary video. It was the Adventure Begins, Thomas comes to. It was the Thomas's first day on Sodor. That was the 70th anniversary video. The journey to Sodor. To go on about that. How do I say this without really being, I don't want to be blunt. I want to be kind when I say this. That project's been canceled for the time being. Or definitely put on hold. I would love to continue, but the script is not finished and probably won't be for a while. I can't make a video about the about how to make the Diesel 10 claw and the angry faces. Maybe the Diesel 10 claw, but the angry faces, the angry faces that Diesel 10 sports in the series are actually were done by fans. Fan submissions through chats and stuff like that. Mainly was friends. We'll see. Ignore what's going. No, it's not really for. It wasn't. No, it was for not. It wasn't for nothing. The script isn't finished. So, until the script is finished, there's nothing much I can do. Yes, Knapford is taking its sweet time being built. By the way, we've been live for an hour, over an hour. But no, the script isn't finished. If I were to cancel it, we would come back and we would use the same script, but we would rewrite a good majority of it. That's that. I need to fix that. And now I need to fix this. That make it better? No, not really. We're probably going to be live for a while. I understand that, guys. I'm so sorry that's taking so long to build the Knapford set. I'm just having lots of fun because I really haven't live streamed in a long time. So it's kind of nice. Ignore that. Will I make another TATMR clip for the 20th anniversary? Yes, I will, and it's gonna depend. Eventually, I might, I'm not sure what I'll do for that, but just expect one, because there will be one. I don't like being told what to do. Noah. Thank you. It's a work of progress, really. What's my Bachman track doing here? Might want to move that out of the way. Wait, Barrett, is that the world that you're talking about? Barrett, is the world that you're talking about the world that you posted the screenshot of on Twitter? Junction, I see exactly what your comment says, and I'm gonna hide that. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not very kid-friendly anymore. I don't care. Keep that. No, I want to keep that going. More straights. Yep, there we go. Now you guys can see exactly it's now being shown. I need some half straights, not quarter straights.
Okay, I might leave now, baby.
Alright, man.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. And then there was one. Who was the background? That was Henry number 3. Tank Engine Studios will be back here soon though, so we'll have another guest. And if not, I might pop into a I might make a group or something for That's a weird piece of Tomy track I've never seen before. Oh, we need a switch track. Chat. So this switch track, should we have it the way that is, or should we have it this way? So yeah. So for we have it the switch track going from the right to the left or to the left to the right. You guys choose which one you want. Have the points to work us into the direction towards platform 2. Right to the left. Okay. Right outside the station or these tracks here? Okay, so right outside the station. Do that. Got a problem with having long hair. There we go. No, that wouldn't work. Yes. As people. People are right. Yes, I did make I did very much so make a tribute to Peter Fonda. God, I swear, that's exactly what I think it is. I don't know what's gonna happen. I might just have my phone first. This is what I think it is. I'm really sorry, guys. It's really quiet, honestly. It's best not to ask. It's best not to ask how many engines I've got because there's quite a lot of them. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Need to add junction malfunction. Malfunction. Speak. Well, go into click on user settings and then go to app settings and then figure your input device. Okay. I'll be waiting, and I'll be adding a new switch to the many I have already added. What's current chat say? Oh, am I planning to make Thomas and the Magic Railroad full steamed and uncut videos? Yes, I am still planning to do more. I'm just not sure when. Depends when. I want to redo the beginning of the TATMR director's cut thing again, probably with a new narrator as well. And it just depends. These switches currently are being used to keep together the since I've got tons of them. I'm thinking 12 is what my current count is. They're being put at the end of sets to keep them together. To keep the double track sets together. Personally, I wish the set was long enough to accommodate exactly what I wanted, but it's not, so I'll have to work with what I've got. I wanted to accommodate a forest around it. Not being able to. Only specific people that I know, yes, call me by my name. If, a common name that's used for me is, that I use on a lot of platforms is my first name, which is actually the J in JB Dolan Studios, Jason. So if you want to, you can refer to me as Dolan or Jason. It's usually you can do it that way, but it just depends on how you guys want to refer me to. A lot of people call me Dolan, and it's easier that way, just because it's what I've learned. A lot of people prefer. Let's get back to that. Okay, so I need to move this. I need to start moving trees and stuff around. The back part of the set is very barren. I think the back end of the set is definitely where much of the landscape is going to be applied. As of this current moment, because of just reasons, it's easier this way. I guess we can put the express pitches on that, on the far end. No, it's got a point. They did build new models. And I believe the brass model for Thomas. The TATMR Thomas is actually the brass model. I learned that from a bit of trivia about the movie, that it was the brass model, and I was just like, hmm. And the brass model was very expensive to make, as I also heard that as well. We're gonna keep going along. Probably gonna need the rest of these. Probably gonna need that. I'm gonna need these. Bringing these out. Bringing all my specialty switches out. Or a good bit of them at least. For specific reasons. I won't mention them, but do I have a brown button? That's exactly what I needed. So I'm gonna grab a better switch. Perfect. Grab the flat one. Need to put those there. Just gotta start forming the siding. You guys are probably going to ask what I'm going to do for the roof. Well, the roof, I'm not sure how it's going to be done yet. I think the roof might be made entirely custom. Wonder if switch out for the smaller platform here. Yeah, that works. Yeah, you guys really won't see what goes on there, so. Actually. It's kind of hot in here. Cow! Bless me. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell. Okay, so I need to continue that part of the yard. Yeah, there's a trackmaster next. Alright, Noah, you're like really quiet, man. I can hardly hear you.
Sorry.
It's alright. Just letting you know.
You've been streaming for over 2 hours. Jesus.
Yeah, for about 2 hours. I mean, in the title, the stream specifically says come hang out. Because I don't stream with the time limit anymore, because quarantine, which is wonderful. Quarantine is quarantine. Gotta get used to it, though, because I'm gonna be stuck in this room for so long. I am starting to see colors. Actually, I see colors anyways.
What am I looking for again?
I believe my second Hamlet coach is supposedly arriving in the morning. From what I've seen, it'll be here in the morning.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
I believe it should be here in the morning. I'm not completely sure, but... Ground buffer is there. I need to add the double track shed.
I love the addition of trees all over the line, just like Calling All Legends.
Calling All Legends is a good movie. Don't doubt it.
I never said that. I never said it wasn't good.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Although The Great Discovery is much better.
yeah, Great Discovery, never really my forte. Mainly just because, I love the Pierce Brosnan narration, but like, I was more or less a fan of, how do I state this? I was more or less a fan of Brandon's narration when it came to specials, so.
I don't get how people can stand Michelangelo's narration. I don't understand it.
It's so monotone. My fan is loud.
Yeah, I think my internet's slow. I think that's why everything's laggy and quiet.
Your audio quality's fine. It's just like your yeah, I'm just a little quiet. I think I'm gonna add a tree.
Yeah, so
There. I'll add a tree there. And I need to start bringing the trees out of the corner. Also, see, finally, I took your advice, Noah, and I went and bought some trees.
about long time. Still see you've got multicolored grass lacking a station canopy.
Okay, listen here. listen here. I can only do so much, and where I am out of work at the moment, I can't do hardly anything, actually. Diesel 10, diesel 10, diesel 10.
Just gotta love how the sky backdrop connects with the shed. Very good, very good.
Diesel 10's pretty. You managed to knock down a tree. Lovely.
For a second, I thought you knocked off his own claw.
Well, like, the thing is with the claw. Oh, well, the claw was turned by that tree. Huh. Well, that's interesting.
I just love Knapford in 1915 without the canopy. Looks so cool, so unique. No one ever does it anymore.
I set Thomas to the side. I grab a certain Gordon.
Is that a lamp on the express coach?
It's the remains of what was a lamp, yes.
Oh. Point, said the express coaches. Can't even fit the three of them into the platform, Bailey. How is this considered a big station?
Well, this is Magic Railroad we're talking about here. Actually, if I'm gonna have a face on Magic Railroad Thomas, I'm gonna go with a face that I have several of. Where is the Play Rail Thomas face? There it is.
Why is there tape on the sky?
Don't ask questions.
Oh, that's right, Alex said that. That's one of those things. Also, you failed that background for me. So bad.
I gave up, okay? I was busy.
Yeah. What?
Busy doing schoolwork. I still gotta do schoolwork, sadly, even though I'm in quarantine, which is just lovely. And the bad part is that the schoolwork they've given us a lot of it, and they really shouldn't have.
I'm really surprised Playrails never released the express coaches on the buildings and
See, the funny thing is that the only time Playrail released express coaches separately, besides of Gordon, was when they released the blue, not the blue, the red.
Excuse me, momentarily.
Okay. To answer the question, yes. Hold on. Did any Clever have a shed in the model series? No, they slept at the one shed at Tidmouth. Plus, the guy could destroy all that. Destroy a whole planet with one arm. Lovely. Am I going to make a different stream to show how to make TATMR smelters? Now that's a good question. I might actually build that set one day. I just got to make a bunch of scrap models. I'm looking at you, box of 40 Thomases.
Something I like about different variants of Hardcore Quarry and the scrapyards from like seasons 1 to like the hit era. they're all different enough. They all work together so well. Like you just be one giant quarry. You're good.
The background is flush with the side of that.
Perhaps I can purchase it for all of us. Come on, clear. There.
I'll use a piece of cardboard there. Bring that there.
Oh my gosh, I have 7 messages from they can wait. Oh, for goodness sakes, he's back now.
I can't wait to ballast this.
Okay, good news is I love trains. 3232 finally responded me on Twitter. Took a long enough. Joking, of course.
I messaged Sleepy Henry back around Christmas and never got a reply. Well, the first time for a while, because, like, the thing is with Sleepy Henry is that I think you were here when I mentioned that she was Caitlin's voice actor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What new messages do I got here? Yes, as Noah said, guys, do you have any questions or anything? Noah, I thought I had you as a moderator.
Nope.
Well, you are now a moderator.
Sweet.
I trust you enough. Don't make me regret my decision.
No promises.
Oh my god. Okay, so what's next?
Let's see what's something that's really pointless that I've had. Let's see.
Oh, there's something across the room that I needed to grab. I knew that for a fact. Does Brennan Warehouse work? The Brennan Warehouse would definitely work on this set.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Alex. My gosh, it's so many freaking people. Contacts me through it. It's ridiculous.
Just turn on the light. There we go.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. My favorite jackal. Apologies, everyone. I'm currently dying in excitement right now.
What'd you find?
I'll send you the link later.
Alright. Oh, also, I've been meaning to ask you a question, Noah.
Yes.
With the talk and action the talk and action engines, when the connection between the coach and the talk and action / the talking engine, the first generation player talking engines, the coupling in between the
about like the early 2000 talking play rail engines with white flip plates. Yeah, you can disconnect the coaches from the tender engines. I've done that with my board.
perfect, because I'm going to purchase a James soon.
Yeah, I've seen that. Is this the $32 one by any chance?
Yeah.
I hate you so much right now.
The only reason I'm getting it is because I don't have a white footplate James. I don't have the original Playrail James, so...
I technically have two, but they're not completed. No, my computer just black.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and don't you dare start bragging about your 4 Tommy Olivers.
Actually, it's 3.
3, 4... It doesn't matter.
Actually, Mr. Baby, yes it does. Oh my gosh, your impression sucked.
The shed is flush with the wall. You can see the background through the shed.
Yeah, I'll send you the background link today, soon, later. I don't know. If you need a computer, will you love, please?
I need
Oh,
to
I'm really
still.
tempted to just play Railway Adventures now. Where's the computer?
Looks like I better clean this edge a little bit.
Oh, it's back.
This edge of the table now. The differences between TATMR, Knapford Station, and Season 4 Knapford Station. The curve just goes the other way.
They entirely rebuilt Knapford for TATMR.
Yeah, but there's only a few differences between Season 4 Knapford and TATMR Knapford. There's only a few differences because I believe they used Season 4 as a base layout.
Does TATMR Knapford curve? Since I was under the impression it was just straight.
And a behind-the-scenes press image that was released a couple years back, yes, it does. It is curved. I was very surprised when I found out.
Here's a good topic. Thoughts on everyone with like the new TATMR re-release and like HD and on Blu-ray and stuff.
I've done pre-ordered my copy.
Oh my, yeah, I bet you have 10, I bet, no, 20 since it's been 20 years.
I can't, yeah, I mean, it has, see, I remember I actually got to see the movie once in theaters. The only way I was able to was through a airing that wasn't authorized through, state government of West Virginia, the West Virginia state's the state government of West Virginia. It wasn't authorized.
Something that I'm so happy about is that I went to see Here All the Rails in cinema. Well, theaters anyway. Although I don't remember too much about it. I remember I was really happy, and I remember the scene when Hero, Thomas, and Spencer were both chasing each other.
I got to see, what scene did I get to see in theaters? I'm trying to remember. What movie I got to see? I got to see Day of the Diesels.
See, my dad could never find Thomas movies in theaters after Hero of the Rails.
That's because it was the last film to technically be put in theaters until 2015 when they had The Adventure Begins in for a bit. Oh, it was if I remember correctly, it was either Blue Mountain Mystery or Day of the Diesels. I think it might have been Day of the Diesels.
Curious how expensive these backdrops are going to be. I know they've always had like Thomas and the cinemas in the UK. I mean, they did it for Big Adventure.
If I remember correctly, Journey Beyond Sodor was in the theater. The Great Race.
Definitely The Great Race. I remember our friend James Paul posted like the entire movie in May, so we all got to see it like, when was it like officially released? August, September.
I remember that, if I remember, it came out in the UK during the summer, and then the fall for the United States. But the thing is that if I remember correctly, God, I gotta remember this. What was it? Journey Beyond Sodor. Journey Beyond Sodor released. Its DVD release date. Funny enough, wasn't until September, but if you were lucky, you got at the time. What was it?
Oh my gosh, they put so much promotion and marketing into the Great Race. Just so much ads. I'd be surprised if the Great Race wasn't a financial success. It had to sell well.
Yeah. I mean, they introduced a bunch of characters mainly for merchandise, and that was it.
Yeah, but they didn't even put merchandise around.
But see, the thing is that like only few of the characters now are merchandising characters.
Yeah.
Like Shima. Shima is not. Gina is not. If I remember correctly, Vinny is shown in Big World Big Adventures. By the way, he makes a cameo at.
I'm surprised more people didn't talk about Vinny appearing in Big World Big Adventure.
Because he was there.
Sam.
He was there, and Sam was. See, they talked about a returnee, and people first had believed that they were making a big deal out of Vinny. No, they were making a big deal out of Sam, which Sam never had a proper TV series introduction.
Oh, did you see that quote leaked picture of Thomas and Dustin for season 24?
I saw the version of the image that was not released under that title, though. Because I personally know Mainland myself.
Yeah, I figured it was Mainland who did it. Sounds like it just looked like his models.
Well, his models are super realistic, anyways.
Yeah.
That's because he uses the show orthos and everything else. I think the set building for now is coming to a close. And then I'll probably just take questions for a little bit and then head off to do my own things. Actually, set building's not done just yet. I might need to go grab the Jenga blocks. I'm gonna need to use those.
Hey, Bailey.
Yep.
Do you play Polar Pool? Polar Pool. Have you heard of that game?
No, I have not.
What's wrong with you? To be fair, it was released in 2008.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so...
Man, I wish they'd make more times PC games.
Wait a minute, why am I going about this all? Oh, I need to grab the utility knife for me. Remember, kids, it's not safe to play with knives.
What are you doing?
I'm fixing a current thing right now.
I just had a penguin. Now he's skating around.
singular small Jenga blocks. I would use more, but I don't have them anymore, so I'm not going to use tons of them. Okay, so I need to go and find specific things. I wonder, do I have large enough roof pieces to cover over Knapford? Do I? Well, I know Knapford's canopies will be custom made later on, but until then I need to figure out the...
Yeah, how is the Knapford site coming?
It's coming along fine. I've
Can
added...
you show me,
It's,
like, my
I'm using my phone to stream right now, so I really can't.
darn, you can't do it on your laptop.
No, I don't have a laptop. I have a desktop. I got a desktop for Christmas. Maybe cutting up this box might help. My current escapade.
Messing with the penguins are so much fun. What on earth have they do?
I need to find the scissors and I need to trim this up.
It's close. Hey, Bailey, remind me of Minecraft round.
What is it?
Minecraft round.
Shit. The realm, the one that I have. And then there was one. No. The only reason why I won't be doing that is because, I know for a fact that my TATMR Thomas has been completed. Okay. One specific thing to add, and then I'm not really gonna do much for Thomas in the film. For film Thomas, because I really, it's not a big deal. I need to. Two of these. How many people we've got? We've only got 4. I guess it's getting late. It probably is getting late. Knapford has a roof for the time being. Okay, so I think for now did he seriously just go in and delete every single message? Okay guys, so I'm definitely gonna be back. I gotta let the phone charge up, and while I let the phone charge up, I'm going to definitely gonna take you guys. Knapford has a temporary roof, and I'll get a set overview when I come back. So, yeah, guys, I'll be back eventually. I hope you guys enjoy, and this has been JB Dolan Studios. I'll be back later, guys. See y'all later. It's been awfully nice talking to you all. Thank you all. See y'all later.